solid.
Yeah, that's quite the showing, and it looks like we're about to get into it.
Yeah. These two, this is a run back, like I said. Their winner set was not pretty. Dr. Pat looked very dominant. S.N.E.S. looked a little frustrated. Looked like he didn't know what to do against Peach. Just like kind of like, oh man, I don't know what this character does. I don't know why she hit me once and I'm at 80.
Yeah, I know. We tend to have a lot of, or a few more Peaches, I should say. Oftentimes more in the city, with Ignite and such. So I wonder if S.N.E.S. just doesn't quite have as much matchup experience. I don't know how frequent Doctorpat has been out here.
Yeah, he's come a couple of times, but I don't think these two have met in bracket before today. And we saw the results of it earlier in winners semis. We'll see if S.N.E.S., after winning a couple loser set, has a bit more momentum going into this loser final rematch here.
Well, S.N.E.S. is for, he does get a lot of flack for the mashing. Oh, here comes Mr. Saturn. S.N.E.S. gets some flack for the mashing, but he is fairly good at adapting to other playstyles. So we'll see if he can get, if there's anything new he can bring in this run back.
Yeah, Mr. Saturn gonna fall out there. Dr. Pat, I will say, gotta have one of the most insane turnip luck I've seen of any player ever. Him and Toad. Chicago's just has like the crazy Peach turnip RNG. Like I watch top Peaches play and they like never pull any good turnips, and then I watch our local Peaches play and they'll get like 3 bombs in a row. Toad. But yeah, Dr. Pat, no stranger to that turnip look as well. Right now, he's just juggling S.N.E.S. How do you get down as Ness?
Yeah, the turnip's just accessory right out of this murder. It's been some pretty nasty damage so far. Ooh, I think he wanted the air dodge read, but still getting some good damage and really not falling into any big strings that we've seen S.N.E.S. get on people.
Oh. Yeah, that forward air hit, that would have been stock for sure. Oh, that will be stock for sure. S.N.E.S. again looking pretty frustrated. Might not be a matchup he's super familiar with. This is a character that, if you sleep on this character, you're eating massive damage. This is a good character, and Dr. Pat will let you know.
Yeah, and it's been interesting because the first stock it was a lot of neutral trade, or first stock it was a few neutral trades, and then big off-stage play from Dr. Pat, repeatedly knocking S.N.E.S. back out there, adding up a lot of percent. And then the second stock, a lot more neutral heavy, more just like combos and little interactions. It's kind of been a complete game from Dr. Pat so far. It looks like he's gonna lose this first stock here. Oh no, bit of a fumble from S.N.E.S. there.
Yeah,
back here.
Yeah, clean it up with the back throw there. It is a little tricky when Peach has that turnip out. Her airspeed's like crazy. You don't expect her to drift through the air that fast. It's hard to mash it sometimes. Oh! What did I say about that turnip block? And that's a winky face!
Oh my god, the alley and the oop from 2 of the rarer members of the turnip family. But yeah, that's Chicago luck, like you said, man.
It's something else.
It's got to be our soil, we just grow the best plants out here.
For sure. Dr. Pat, looking as clean as he was in that winner set. We'll see if S.N.E.S. can make any adaptations here. Again, looking at player cam, he seems kind of frustrated.
Yeah, I think honestly, like it's a big thing in Smash is the mental game, and I feel like when you're getting to the point where you're like feeling the big bigger reactions for individual hits, it feels like there's got to be some point where you kind of recenter yourself and get back into it with that same mindset. I think once you start reacting too much, you're kind of losing your own focus a little bit.
All right. S.N.E.S. just taking his time, pick the song on his phone. Or maybe he's looking up Peach. No, he's it opens up the Ness Discord. Guys, how do I beat Peach? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Back through percents, please. Well, good. A better start here, getting the PK fire and a couple follow-ups, but here,
oh, that was definitely the simple.
Yeah, no, nothing going from that down throw. Lucky break for S.N.E.S. to start.
Yeah, of course, Peach doesn't get a lot off her throws. She gets down throw 1 back air. Does 20. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that up smash out of shield's been automatic so far. And so far he's 2 for 2 on hit, and it seems like he really knows when he needs to bust it out.
All right, stalls in the air a bit. S.N.E.S. is just kind of letting him land for free. I feel like S.N.E.S. kind of has to challenge his landing options. That is where Peach, her airspeed's good, but she falls pretty slowly. So if you can challenge her landing options, that's probably your best bet there.
Yeah, I think a lot of times S.N.E.S. does like to drift in and out on people, a lot more of a horizontal game. But with Peach, the only thing you can really do is get under her and get her when she lands. So it seems like he needs to kind of make that adjustment in his mindset if he's gonna keep deceiving.
Yeah, that was actually good right there. He caught Doctorpat air dodging down to the ground and caught it with a PK fire. So that was a good adjustment right there by S.N.E.S. Looks like he's starting to figure something out here. Got a lead for the first time I've seen him have it against Doctorpat here.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a better job punishing Pat's more kind of passive baits on his approaches. Whew, that was an important fair there. That could have been 20% or so.
Yeah, looks like he's finally getting his openings, but again, Doctorpat, he gets so much off one opening.
Yeah, and it looks like he's looking for that right now, just trying to find his little combo starters. So far, 2 little turn-up strings, and all of a sudden it's an off-stage interaction.
Yeah, Doctorpat has retaken the lead just with 2 turnip throws pretty much. That is the power that he brings to the table with this character. You have to respect her so much.
Yeah. A lot of footsies from these players back and forth, a lot of running on the platforms, and finally a nair to connect, put him off stage. He's gonna find his way back on for now, but the side B to pressure and then the follow-up nair. Getting back with a nice little side magnet movement.
Back air.
Catching another back air in response.
All right. Peach's ledge trapping is very good. She's very deceptive when she uses her flow cancel aerials. Like, is she going to do that? Is she going to cancel it, grab me like he did just there? That had to be a misinput. Yeah, looking at S.N.E.S.s reaction, that was definitely a misinput.
Yeah. And Doctorpat not giving him an ounce on that, taking that as far as he could, taking the stock. Now S.N.E.S. in a bit of a scary situation, catching an early string. Crossing up with a fair. Good pressure from Pat. A nice man out of shield, and now he's got to capitalize on this.
Oh, you should have got up attacked. Oh, but he gets away with it.
Yeah, it looked like the yo-yo drifted a bit too far past stop with the shield.
All right, S.N.E.S. will bring it down the last stock here. Oh, Doctorpat looking for the hard read off the respawn platform with that up smash.
Yeah, he wanted it, and still racking up this percent. These turnips doing so much for him so far, making a ton of space. You know, it's those projectiles that don't have any interaction with the side magnet that really seem to put Ness's in a bit of a state.
Yeah. Oh, the damage has pretty much evened up though. S.N.E.S. has just gotten a lot of confirms. Now he's off stage though, and this is where Ness is at his weakest.
The Winky Face gonna do some extra damage.
Oh, barely. That turnip barely missed, but that catches the neutral get up there. Now you're at ledge against speed to 160. Pretty much anything kills, such as that back air.
Yeah, and 2 quick little threatening aerials to keep him in the corner. Tried to punish the third team out. That's the game 2.
Yeah.
Going to Doctorpat.
S.N.E.S. looking super frustrated about. He whiffed a down air, but then immediately canceled the float, and then threw out a float cancel back air. And S.N.E.S. is just like, why could she do that? Why could she do that, right? Like,
S.N.E.S. feeling a little bit like he's looking at the slot machine right now.
Peach knew some funny stuff, and Doctorpat is very talented at doing it.
It's all about that pressure, especially from the ledge, like you were saying. You know, she just has so many options she can do out of that float, and it can be so scary. It feels like you just kind of got to pick one and run with it, and that's what he's hoping for.
Yeah, I feel like Ness as a character as well just kind of is a little weak when it comes to getting off the ledge. Ness players do have like their favorite options for getting off ledge. I know a lot of Ness do drop down, double jump forward to get off ledge a lot.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Yeah, that's like the Ness classic. But I don't see S.N.E.S. going for it too often, but even Sten, the options that you are picking are just, they're not enough to get past Doctorpat's ledge pressure.
Oh?
What's it?
Are we?
No, that last game wasn't that bad. But then again, he has lost 5 games in a row to Doctorpat's Peach as Ness.
Yeah, it could just be like he needs a bit of a change in his mindset. You know, a different character gives him a bunch of different tools to work with, might kind of like refresh the brain.
In my opinion, S.N.E.S.'s second best character is probably his Jigglypuff. Sounds crazy as it is, but he took a game off Shelter at the Arcadian with that Jigglypuff.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, and that was grand finals league Arcadian, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see Jigglypuff not being terrible into Peach. You know, you still have to deal with being killed very early, but you have that kind of airspeed to match.
You have the match, yeah. The famous Peach Puff matchup back in Melee be going time. All right, changing the stage up, change his mind.
Getting some music going. Love to see it. That's when you know a player's really dialed in, is when they're not just picking the stage, but they're setting that music for themselves.
Yeah.
All right. No doubt psyching himself up. This is do or die.
Okay. That's not what I expected.
All right. You know, maybe he probably picked something up off his games with Frosty, you know? And we are going to see a little bit of Minecraft Steve doing a little waving to the crowd first. Little hi, how you doing?
I will say, Doctorpat, I think he usually loses to Radacious, which is fine. Radacious is a PR player, but again, Radacious is Steve main, who mains Steve. I don't know how much you play Steve. Right now, you're just kind of building a lot of crafting, not a lot of mining going on.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I say that, but it's even.
Steve. No, yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job. Like, he's doing what he needs to do, and that's set up those walls. And I know Peach can kind of struggle to get through those. You know, all of her moves are kind of high middle. You're hoping to slow cancel that the whole time.
Yeah. Again,
a fair though.
Yeah. Again, like I was saying, he's doing a lot of building walls, not a lot of mining. He had no iron at the end of that stock, and with a Steve without iron is a very neutered character. The minecart and down air are very important moves in this kit. Oh, just smacked it with a frying pan.
Hey, there's a bit of iron, a little cast iron, and an up smash. Gonna lock down that first stock. It lasts for so long, does so much, kills pretty well. It's always a good option against a Peach that just won't come down.
Yeah. Again, no iron here, but he will get a bit of a juggle here. 34.
Yeah, one of the combo wasn't quite able to finish it off with that up smash. A bomb? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Speaking of iron, you're right. You come for the last second mix-up, change the club.
That is, wow. All right.
That Peach main RNG, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what can I say? Hey, Peach mains, come to Chicago, you know? You'll get what you deserve here. And this is just, I don't know, like, he's definitely got, like, the basics of it down. He's got his bread and butters, but, like, not really doing, like you said, what a Steve needs to do, and that's maintain those materials.
Yeah, he's not mining at all. And now he doesn't even have enough resources to build a wall. Okay, there you go. Get some stuff. You have one minecart, one anvil, and he's going to use it here. No. Yeah, the resource management's just not there, and yeah, that's a stay spike, and that is another 3-0.
And throws his hands up. That's going to be some nuts, and that'll be Doctorpat.
Oh.
Go into finals.
Congrats to Doctorpat.
Yeah, we love to see it. I think that was a chair falling in the production stand there.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.